All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the Lord when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's show.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, man? Cam J Network back with another banger, man. Sorry, but not sorry. Boxing talk. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Hey, before we get started, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the hype button, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed for sure, man. And just a couple of reminders, man, for this week, real quick, too. Tuesday night conversation with Cam J with my guy Nico Da Vinci Woods, hailing from Washington, D.C. He's an up-and-coming featherweight, 5-0, 4 knockouts. He'll be on the channel with us at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Cam J Network YouTube channel, man. So definitely tap in on Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as well, you already know, Wednesday, sorry but not sorry, Boston Talk Wednesdays, man. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You know what I mean? That's our main day of every week. We live. So definitely tap in on Tuesday and Wednesday with us, man. We definitely active out here for sure, man. But let's get into the video, man. So right here, my boy Abdullah Mason, man. Abdullah Mason, the 135-pound WBO champion, man. Got a new interview that just came out on Fighthype. I definitely want to react to it. It's not that long, so definitely want to react to it. And then I want us to go over the whole landscape of 135 pounds because it's a lot of parity right now, man. A lot of questions around the division in particular, man. And definitely want to talk about the 135-pound division after we go over this Abdullah Mason Fighthype interview that just dropped today. So let me go ahead and share the screen. All right. All righty.
TurboTax locations are now open in your neighborhood. So, hand off your taxes to an expert today.
Okay, this is Johnny Boy at Fighthype. I'm here with the champion, Abdullah Mason. What's going on, man?
I'm feeling good. Working.
Just got some good working, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's it, man. What's your experience? How was the work?
Great work. Great work. Yeah, work pushing me on the fight out of New York. Everybody say you got to say and smile. You look like you.
Like you swing, all right. So, what's the plans for the near coming future right now with you? Who you facing next?
Possibly a title defense. So everything being put together right now. I'm just staying sharp, staying moving. In the gym with my brothers. They got some good work in too. So just moving around, staying sharp.
Absolutely. Now, what about Muratalla? He had a great performance. What do you think about unifying with him? That's probably maybe the easiest fight to make after this. What do you think?
That's a great step. I feel like anything we'll do would be a great step.
Yeah.
That come after. We got some stuff in the works right now. It could be a possible title defense.
Okay.
So we'll see. Because I do have a mandatory Joe Cordenas. So after him, so we'll see. All right, champ. Good work, bro. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And then I wanted to ask you about Shakur Stevenson had a brilliant performance against Teofimo Lopez.
All right, champ. Sure. All right, champ. Yes, sir. Good work, man.
So Shakur Stevenson had a brilliant performance against Teofimo Lopez. What are your thoughts on that?
With the performance?
Yeah, on his performance against Teofimo Shakur.
He did his thing.
He's in your division.
Yeah, he did his thing. Until after he landed that first jab, I said, nah, Tio ain't gonna do that.
You knew he was gonna control the distance, everything.
He landed that first jab, it was too clean. I said, okay, Tio, he gone.
Definitely. What could Tio have done better to give him a better shot? It would have made a more better fight.
When that night?
Yeah, that night. It was really nothing that can help him.
I mean,
it's just the levels above Tio, you think?
Shakur and Tio, you see how that mix, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Shakur stepping in with Tio won't, well, from what I see, you know, from that fight, Tio, he couldn't adjust.
Yeah. Exactly. Where does Tio go from here? Does he?
Yeah, Abdullah, man, real humble, respectful guy, man. He ain't want to say it 100%, but Cam J gonna say it for you, Abdullah. We know T.O. was fool for Shakur Stevenson. I'll say it for you, my brother. And one quick note, too, earlier, just in this clip of this interview, him talking about his next move, you know, Turkey Al-Sheikh last week. He mentioned that he wants to put the fight on between Abdullah Mason and Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina is the #1 contender for the WBO at 135. So that's most likely the fight next for Abdullah Mason. And Muratalla, we're going to talk about him after we finish his interview and everything. But drop the clip.
Does he need a new trainer or bring in a new trainer in to get some help?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, you know.
Depends, right? Well, Shakur was stripped by the WBC, so that's going to be that title's up for grabs now. What are your thoughts on the stripping of Shakur Stevenson? Should they gave him a little bit more time? It was right after the fight. What do you think about that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm working. I'm on my side. I'm getting my stuff in, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, congrats on his win for sure. Get a stay with Tio.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm on to bigger, I'm on to better. Since we staying locked in, we got Friday defense coming up. You know, I got an appetite for smoke. So whatever it is, I got an appetite for smoke.
Hey, you heard him what he said. He said he got an appetite for smoke. He definitely putting Shakur on notice right there in that clip just now. Hold on. Let me wind it back real quick so you can hear it again. Drop the clip.
Bigger, better. Staying locked in. We got Friday defense coming up. You know, I got an appetite for smoke. So whatever it is, I got an appetite for smoke.
Yeah, you want to unify the division. You want to be undisputed. Is that the ultimate goal?
As long as I'm at 135, I'm going to continue to be the best at 135.
Yeah.
Whatever that division is, I step into, I'm going to have an appetite for smoke. And whatever that is, I'm going to dominate that division. And so everyone keeps stepping up. All my brothers around me.
Exactly. They're here. The brothers. They're all getting that sparring in, right?
Yeah. We all got some good work in.
That's it. Every where at? Where we got it at?
Hellgate Boxing Club and the Story of Queens. You already know the vibe.
That's it.
With the Mason brothers, man, you know how we do it.
The Mason for Eric Brogan. Pops is chilling, politicking, Pops. What's up, Pops? How we doing? We politicking, we working, right? That's as usual. That's it.
So like I was saying, man, appetite for smoke.
Appetite for smoke for everybody.
That's where it goes from here. So whoever that is, I step into the ring with, whoever they put me against, I got an appetite for smoke. You know, we're gonna keep working.
Absolutely. Now you spoke about once.
Man, you just gotta love Abdullah, bro. He don't really talk too much, crazy. Everybody know, he quiet, but he's very humble, man. But the man is hungry to, win, and the man is hungry to progress and grow and get better, man. And that's what I love the most out of Abdullah Mason, man, for real. And just seeing his growth over the past years and seeing where he at now is amazing, bro. It's really amazing, man, because we watching him from being a prospect into a contender into being a world champion, and the youngest world champion in boxing currently, and the first world champion from Cleveland in a minute, man. So definitely salute to my dog Abdullah Mason, man. Drop the clip.
Shakur's jab, you saw that jab, you knew it was over. Shakur said he has the best jab in boxing. What are your thoughts on that?
A lot of people say they got the best jab in boxing. It's up to those who step in the arena and prove it. So.
But it was definitely a good jab, though, right?
Definitely a good jab.
Okay.
Definitely a good jab.
And another titleist that was in your division, Gervonta Tank Davis. He doesn't have the belt any longer anywhere. What do you want to do with those two guys, with Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis?
You said, what do I want to do?
Yeah. What would you like to face?
I think Johnny Boy. Hey, Salute to Johnny Boy. I like Johnny Boy. But it was just stupid how he asked that question. Like, what would you know? Both of those guys don't have the titles at 135. What would you want to do with those guys? They don't got titles right now. What is he supposed to do? And the main person that Abdullah Mason is really targeting Shakur Stevenson more so than Tank Davis in reality. And you got to remember, Abdullah has that WBA strap at 135. If you choose to move up to 140, you know who got that title at 140 with the WBO. Mr. Shakur Stevenson. Only problem is Shakur too damn friendly. Then for two, Jay Prince is both of their managers. Double whammy right there, you know what I mean? But overall, Johnny Boy, that was kind of like a little office on the question right there, man. Like, but I understand where he was coming from, though. Continue.
Is one of them next, even though they don't have titles, or it's just about the belts?
I'm not sure. I mean, at 135, you know, I don't think they're in the division right now, so it seems like everybody kind of stepped out the way or whatever. But I got appetite for smoke, so wherever I'm going, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of smoke coming with me.
Exactly.
Brothers, you know what I mean? So they push me, and I'm constantly getting better. Each fight, you'll see that. So you know, every time I step in there, it's a statement fight. Every single time I step in there, it's a turn it's a statement fight. So you know, I'm just looking to continue that, keep it going, keep pushing, keep boxing exciting. You know, every time I step in there, I feel like everybody also gonna watch me fight. And they, you know, can't wait. So whoever it's gonna be that thing.
Smoke for everybody, right?
Smoke for everybody.
That's it.
Everybody who not my brothers.
Who's not your the brother, not family. We're not talking about family. No family. But everybody else can get it, right?
So we in New York though. We just
yep, in New York.
Staying sharp with Johnny Boy.
That's it, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, you heard him, man. You heard him. He said everybody but his brothers. His brothers, his blood brothers, his real brothers. That's what he talking about. He ain't talking about a dude that he was sparring with and he was cool with back in the day and stuff, up in the amateurs and all of that shit. He talking about his blood brothers only. They the only ones they can't get no work. Everybody else ain't exempt. Everybody else can get smoked right there. Gotta love the energy, man. No brotherly love shit, no friendly shit in this boxing shit, man. We pushing that on the campaign in boxing right now.
But one final question. Ryan Garcia, he fights Mario Barrios for the WBC belt February 21st. What are your thoughts on that fight?
All right, so I can go ahead and go on. I didn't even want to go over that in particular. All right, and so obviously with Mr. Abdullah Mason, man, of course, the man said he got appetite for smoke. We definitely seeing the smoke for sure, man, from the boy. And we're going to see him in action very, very soon, man, from what it looks like. And I wanted to go over the 135-pound landscape. And one thing I do need to add context into 135 right now. 135 is, let me unshare my screen real quick. 135 is a lot of parity around 135 right now. And of course, the only champions at 135 currently is Abdullah Mason with the WBO and Raymond Muratalla with the IBF right now. And wanted to add a little context to the IBF in particular at 135, which was news today. Speaking about my brother, man, Albert Bell, man, my brother Albert Bell. Of course, you know, he already accepted his position for the IBF title eliminator. And word around is Andy Cruz got reached out to about fighting Albert Bell for the IBF title eliminator as well. And from what reports is coming out that Andy Cruz has set this position, both guys, Bell and Cruz, gave their availability, and we're gonna see a fight between Albert Bell and Andy Cruz very soon, man, for that IBF title eliminator, which is crazy. Of course, you know, we spoke about Lucas Body earlier on the show, where Lucas Body, he ended up, you know, declining the IBF title eliminator with Albert Bell within the 72-hour notice for the IBF, and of course, he's set up possibly to fight Kid Austin with the WBA, even though the WBA hasn't ordered it yet, but they're most likely going to order that. Of course, I mentioned with Lucas Body, he fought in a WBA title eliminator last year on a card on MVP, so he's well within his right to end up having that position and fighting Kid Austin for that WBA vacant strap right there. But you got Ira Bell, Andy Cruz, IBF title eliminator, which is very interesting. And let me share my screen again real quick. Let me take this down. I want to show the landscape at 135. All right, share my screen. All right, let me take this little thing. Let me have a little things popping up, little ads and stuff. So let's go down to 135 right here. So 135, man, you see Muratalla, he's the IBF champion, like I mentioned. Tank Davis, champion of reset. Javier Herrera is the interim WBC champion, and Abdullah Mason is the WBO champion. Now, as far as the WBC, no motion right here with the WBC currently right now. You got, Javier Herrera, you would assume they will order him to fight somebody for the title soon as well. Williams Zepeda, of course, you see he's number 1 for the WBC. Got Lamont Roach, number 2. Andy Cruz is at 3, which it was kind of crazy because I was talking earlier to one of my guys, and I'm looking at the IBF and just referring back to Albert Bell, with the IBF right here. Albert Bell, he's number 6. Lucas Body was 5. Mark Masayo, he just signed with Zuffa Boxing, so that kind of take him out of the loop because he on the Zuffa Boxing move right now, obviously, so he out of the loop. Lucas Body, WBA, Andy Cruz, he accepted the position for the IBF title eliminator. I was thinking it probably would have been between Alan Abel Chavez or Zaire Abdullah. Thinking, if Andy Cruz didn't accept it, it'd be these two guys between Chavez and Abdullah. And I know somebody mentioned Joe Cordina for Albert Bell in that IBF title eliminator as well. But I said, nah, that's not happening because he's the number 1 contender for the WBO. So that definitely wouldn't happen for sure. But Andy Cruz, I was worried about Andy Cruz accepting his position against Albert Bell, but he taking it, obviously, from what I'm hearing, and we going with that. And just looking, back what I was mentioning as far as the WBC, it's really nothing really going on. No word on what they're going to do with Javier Herrera in particular as far as the WBC. And, of course, like I mentioned earlier, Kid Austin, Lucas Body, most likely going to be ordered. Fight probably going to happen in the spring, most likely. And I mentioned that Abdullah Mason, of course, most likely the WBO, they're going to order him and Joe Cordina, most likely, since Joe Cordina is the number 1 mandatory. And too, kind of interesting to see Alan Abel Chavez up here getting up in these ranks right now, too, a little bit. Real interesting. I mean, and, just looking at Javier Herrera, I say it's either Williams Zepeda, Lamont Roach. It would be surprising if Lamont Roach, if it would be Lamont Roach. It would be surprised. Lamont is kind of like trying to look for big fights in particular. So I don't think the WBC is going to order Javier Herrera and Lamont Roach. I would say Williams Zepeda more so than anything. You know what I mean? I don't know Dimitri Asanal. I don't know much about him. He's at the 4th spot. You got Sam Noakes at 5. It'll be interested to see them try to order Javier Herrera and Sam Noakes. I want to say Sam Noakes is a Queensberry guy. He is a Queensberry guy. And Javier Herrera, he's a Queensberry guy as well. So maybe you see some motion with Frank Warren right there, possibly try to make something happen with that and try to, get Sam Noakes that opportunity for that vacant title. But me, most likely, I think it's going to be Javier Herrera and Williams Zepeda right now. And no, a lot of people's talking about this. Shakur going to come back down to 135. I don't see Shakur coming back down to 135. That's just my personal opinion. I don't see it. I mean, one question I will say, Raymond Muratalla right here, I'm questioning how long he going to be champion at 135 because he has aspirations that he want to fight Shakur Stevenson for real. So, and he wants to move up possibly to 140. I don't know how long he's going to stay at 135s. So, interesting spot because if he was to move up and fall at 140, then that makes Albert Bell and Andy Cruz a vacant title fight. You know what I mean? Right there. And I love that Albert Bell and Andy Cruz fight. That's gonna be a good ass fight, man. That's gonna be a good ass fight. I love that fight, and I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I am really surprised that Eddie Hearn is allowing Andy Cruz to fight Albert Bell because I was looking at Andy Cruz with this 3 spot over here with the WBC, and I was like, well, maybe Eddie Hearn tried to push Andy Cruz to fight for that vacant with Javier Herrera, probably. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that may be a more easier route than fighting Albert Bell in particular. And Albert Bell been getting avoided. We talked about it on the channel. Albert Bell been getting avoided from 130 to 135. You know what I mean? But Andy Cruz, they accepted. So we'll see more about these guys as far as 135, man. The landscape is definitely, I would say, it's wide open for the taking right now. Like it's wide open for somebody to come reign supreme. And we'll see how long Abdullah be at 135. I mean, you heard me in recent time, and I said maybe 20, two more fights, 3 at the max, maybe at 135 for Abdullah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking 1 or 2 more fights. I'm saying at least 2. I know for sure, but 3 at the max, if anything. But it's very interesting to see how the landscape 135 pound the lightweight division, man, is where it's at right now is not a lot crazy names you've seen. As I was showing on the list, it was a lot of different names, unknown names that people probably ain't familiar with and everything. You know what I mean? And of course with the 2 big dogs with Tank being champion recess for the WBA and Shakur, he added there pretty much getting his WBC stripped from him. It's time to see these guys that been waiting for opportunities to blossom and do their thing at 135, man. So it's real interesting to look at for sure. And I want to see this 135 division get back popping, hopefully, man, with some of these new guys that's coming into the fold, man, for sure, man. So that's it for the video, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that hype button, comment, let me know y'all opinions on the topic at hand of this video for sure, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed for sure. And remember, Tuesday night, 5 p.m. Eastern time, a conversation with Cam J with Nico Da Vinci Woods. And Wednesday, Sorry But Not Sorry Boxing Talk, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, man. Y'all already know. And we out of here, and we will see y'all for sure. You heard?
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.